London. It's not exactly the first location that comes to mind when you think about fishing. However, amongst the hustle and bustle, the concrete and the steel, there are waterways that are inhabited by carp. Canals, park lakes, river systems, reservoirs, a variety of venues that the carp call home, despite the urban backdrop they find themselves positioned within. I've lived in London for 4 years now and loved it, but not so much for the fishing. Urban fishing isn't really my style, but as I was moving out of London at the end of the summer, I decided I couldn't not go on an adventure in our capital to see what all the fuss was about. In the first episode of my new Urban Carp Adventure series, I spent 72 hours fishing a variety of venues right in the heart of London. Here we are in London now. Before we start, I want to make a bit of a claim. I'm no Alan Blair, I'm no Alfie Russell, I'm no Jacob Worth. I won't lie, urban fishing in London, it's not really my thing. I've been living here for 4 years now and I've caught a handful of carp. I had one nice campaign with Jacob, but even that was a bit of ag. And I know that a lot of people love their London fishing. So I thought, with myself moving away, I'm moving out my London flat within the next couple of weeks, I thought it would be stupid for me, even though it's not my favourite style of fishing, it would be stupid of me not to go out and try a little bit of what so many people seem to love. At the end of the day, I'm a carp angler. I love all types of carp fishing, and this is a form of carp fishing. Got 72 hours in the city to try and catch as many carp as we can. We're gonna go all over the place, experience different types of fishing, and yeah, see if I can change my mind about this style of angling, because like I said, urban carping, yeah, it's not really my thing, but that could all change. We're at the first venue now. It's a little river. I'm gonna go up and down, have a look, see if we can see any carp, and if we can nick one straight away, that'd be great. And then we'll move on to the next venue. Like I said, we're gonna be bopping around all over the place. So let's get stuck into it, see if we can find any fish. There's a carp. Is he gonna stop anywhere? Well, that was the first mess up. We've been fishing for 5 minutes. Great start. Yes! Oh, I knew he was going to take that. That was wicked. Yes! We're in! Come on! Oh. When on the surface like that, just mouthing the water, you know they're trying to taste for food, and you can get a bread bomb in without them realising you've got a great chance of catching. It's like we've done here. Are you ready for the net? Come here, matey. There you go. Yes! Not a bad start at all. Come on.
Oh my gosh, did you just catch that?
Just from there, yeah.
Oh wow, that's big.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah,
they can get much bigger, but yeah.
Oh my god.
Cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Think we're gonna get that quite a bit when we catch them. People asking, did you catch that from there? All part of the urban fishing, but there we go, first one, not taking long at all. Messed up the first opportunity, wasn't gonna do it twice, and here we go. A little London common. I think if we do catch fish this session, a lot of them will be like this, but it doesn't matter, because London fish, for me, they're worth so much more, so I'm buzzing with that. There's a guy coming behind a bike now, so I'm gonna slip this one back. Maybe we'll have another go, see if we can catch any more, but I might head off to a new venue now. Wicked stuff. With the fish returned, I decided to head across town to a basin that is well known in London for its carp fishing. I actually caught my very first London carp from this venue around 4 years ago, just as I moved to the city. I was meeting my friend Ash, a local angler who's caught plenty of impressive carp from across London. He'd been fishing the basin a fair amount recently, and he'd been catching a fair few, so he was the perfect person to meet up with at this venue.
Hello man, how are you? Good to see you. Right, good to see you man. Oh what, and you can't get them in here?
We'll figure it out, we'll get them out. They will come out.
What is the plan of attack here?
Try and defeat this wind somewhat. I mean, we've not turned up on the most
No, it's not ideal,
service
is it?
fishing day, have we? But I'm sure we'll make it happen. Try and lure them out of this square.
It's all about float fishing here, is it?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's good for the bottom. You can have good big hits over here, but it's predominantly it's a big summer place. Surface fishing. You can have some wild days over here. So
You come down in the evening sometimes after work, don't you, and just catch a couple?
oh
of them?
yeah. Straight after work, a couple of hours in the evening. I mean, I know Jacob's been over here quite a lot and done those late nights, you know, where the sun's completely gone and you're fishing in the dark and you're just fishing off street lights.
But you don't need that. You just catch them after work in a couple of hours, light work. That's why I've called you in and not Jacob for this.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, let's get stuck in.
Yeah, I think we'll be all good.
We trickled in some floaters to see if we could tempt the fish outside the safety of the little dock where we couldn't access them. It became apparent that they knew exactly where the boundaries of their safe haven were, as we couldn't get them to feed in an area where we could cast to them. We decided it was a lost cause, so we went for a little walk to try and find some more fish, before we decided to swap tactics and spawn some mixers out towards the safe haven dock from a different area of the lake.
You're gonna just come towards us anyway.
Oh, that'll do, won't it?
Some cast on it.
We did manage to get a few fish feeding, but they weren't really having it. The wind was making things a nightmare, and they weren't having the mixers with any sort of eagerness. Ash wanted to try and commit to this method, whereas I was getting itchy feet, and felt like I could perhaps find a better opportunity elsewhere.
There's one. The odd one down there. Oh, it's a nice mirror as well. I don't think we'll back up the rod. Right, hopefully by the time I get back, Ash has had one. And I've caught one as well. That was a sick little mirror I saw. And what about this for a backdrop? Fishing against the Canary Wharf in the background. How cool is that?
One man's ear now. Vision so eerily clear now. Strong contacts and I just spit facts, so they all want more of me here now. They love core when it's real loud. Minimum tour when I beat out. Not every day catching jam on your boys.
Yep, we're in. Here we are in. No, don't go away from there. Get in there. Get in, man. That's what we needed. It's been tough going. And there's been one down here, picking up the odd one in the scum line. I eventually managed to hook him. Here comes Ash. Come on! I had to put it on its head, basically. Oh. Oh. No! No! Hook pulled. No!
I was wounded to have lost that fish, but there was still a few about, so Ash and I gave it another hour. However, this part of the lake closed at 8 PM, so even though we felt like we could have nicked another bite, security soon came round to kick us out.
Closing now.
Ah, closing. Okay.
Sorry for that. Yeah.
No problem, man.
You are only alone, yeah?
Sorry?
You are the only one, yeah?
Me and my friend, he's there, he's coming now.
Tell him to close down all the here.
Yeah, no problem. One lost fish. Not what we're expecting.
Shambles. I could make 100 excuses up, but I'm not gonna. It's a tough one. 30-mile-an-hour winds.
I know, it's difficult.
On a big open, you know, basin. It's been against us, but
You think it's not worth it with them kids out there? It's gonna be too difficult.
I've seen them taking next to the kids as they're kayaking past, but it's that and the wind. Try it. Got about 10 biscuits left.
Should we go and have
Got
a
about
look?
10 dog biscuits left. Make them count.
Well, let's go have a look, see if we can do it.
With the kayakers and the wind, it felt like a lost cause. We decided to call it, and I headed back to my flat with my tail between my legs, so I could sort my gear for fishing for that night. I had big plans for the night sections of this session, but let's not talk too much about that right now. We'll revisit that later. For now, we can skip forward to the following morning, where I was venturing out for a proper day session at Burgess Park, a venue that can be booked through the Go Catch app and allows you to fish a proper London Park lake for some seriously nice carp. The only issue was going to be getting there on public transport, fully laden with everything I needed for a full day fishing for carp. So far, I'd just travelled with stalking gear, so this is going to be a bit of an eye-opener for me, and I can't say I was massively looking forward to it. I'm off to Burgess Park, and it's not an experience I'm looking forward to. Not fishing at Burgess Park, I'm very much looking forward to that. We're getting on the tube with all this. I've never done it before. That is something I'm not looking forward to. Fair play to the boys who do it, because just getting out of the flat then was horrendous. I'm not going to enjoy this, wish me luck. Can't even turn in the lift. Oh, I'm going to get so many dirty looks today. Oh. Don't know how people do it, and now the escalator's broken. So I've got to walk, and then I've got to walk to get to Burgess Park. Give me a van any day of the week for this. This is rubbish. After a decent walk from the station, I was pulling up to Burgess Park, where I had about 4 hours to try and catch a carp. Well, we've finally made it, and that was not an enjoyable journey. I don't know how the boys who fish in the lot do that on public transport. It would have been alright if it wasn't for the baiting pole, because that really added a lot of extra weight, but I'm glad I brought it because the swim I'm in, I think it can be quite useful getting close to the bridge, which I think is the no fishing zone, which of course is always a hot spot on a lake, and there's a few anglers on, but they're all down the other end as well, so the angling pressure's all down there. The fish I think will feel safe up here. I'm feeling confident that this swim, fishing towards the out of bounds, will do a couple of bites. I've not got too long. I've probably got about 4 or 5 hours. So I'm just gonna try and nick one bite, that's the plan. I'm not gonna go crazy with bait or anything. What I'm gonna do is get 2 rods out, close to that no fishing zone, sit back and chill after that horrendous journey to the lake. I'd rather drive 10 hours to the south of France than have to do that again. I'm dreading going back, but don't worry about that now. Let's get fishing. The rods were in the water and I could sit back, but it wasn't long until my usual itchy feet kicked in. The bailiff said that the lake had been fishing slow, with very little to have come out in the recent weeks, and my chances weren't going to be great in just a couple of hours. I decided I would give it a couple of hours and then reposition the rods onto some areas I was going to pre-bait and just pray that I could nick one bite. The time passed by quite quickly, with plenty of people coming into my swim for a chat, curious to the notion that there was anything worth fishing for in this little park lake.
With a lot of difficulty, that was like part of the film. It was like getting here on the tube and everything.
That's like collapsible.
Yeah, so all this is collapsible. That breaks, this thing here breaks down and goes into there. So yeah, it was. Yeah.
Okay, it's been a few hours now, and sadly we've not caught anything. I've reeled the rods in, and they are getting crayed. So I think it was a good thing to reposition them, and we've got a couple of hours left before I need to leave. So things aren't looking great, I won't lie. There's a lot of fish down the other end where I can't get a rod to because all the swims are taken. There's a lot of fish the other side of the bridge, but there's not really anything on my side. But we're gonna keep going and hopefully a fish will come this way. Got this rod sorted. I'm gonna drop it long along the out of bounds, and then the other one I'm gonna put down in the corner where I said I might put one earlier. And hopefully one of them will do a bite. I watched the world go around by the park, silently praying that the site would let out a scream. Sadly, they remained silent, and it wasn't long until my session was over with no carp to show for it. Well, today has not gone how I hoped it would, and combined with all the effort of actually getting here, I really thought that we'd get a bit of good karma for that and we'd catch a few, but yeah, the fish near me have just been on the other side of the bridge, and the rest of them have been down the other end, but I don't think anyone's caught. It's been busy today, and I spoke to the bailiff a minute ago and he said no one's caught anything all day, so yeah, it's been a difficult one. I know that this place can produce a lot of fish, so I think we've just been unlucky. Tomorrow I think I'm going to go somewhere where I can be much more mobile. I might go around with the line bikes and things like that, where I can just go around with one rod, maybe catch a few fish off the top. I think that would be a much better approach to the day after how today's gone. So that's the plan for tomorrow. Right now I'm going to reel these rods in, get on the road, get home. I'll see you in the morning. With the rods reeled in and the painstaking journey back on the tube complete, I headed off to my night venue before waking up bright and early the next morning to return to the basin spot for a bit of redemption. Today was going to be all about catching carp, as the session so far had been relatively fruitless.
Ash joined me again, along with Lewis, and thankfully today fish seemed much more easy to locate without the wind. We tried in a spot that was alive with fish, but they were feeding strange, and I didn't feel like this would be our best opportunity to catch. I headed down to the opposite end of the basin to see if I could stalk one on a bit of floating bread. Finally. Come on. Oh, he wants to go. Oh, no way, it's a mirror as well. Hardly any mirrors in there. Nice, buzzing with that. Look at all that weed. This is not good. That's a great little mirror. Come on then, lad. In the net. Yes. Come on. Get in there. Redeemed ourselves. Thank God.
Right, today is all about redemption. So we started off coming back to the basin and nicked a nice little mirror from another weed. There's quite a few fish out there. I'm surprised we can catch a few more, but I've had one. We'll put him back now, move on to the next venue, and like I said, today is all about trying to catch a few more fish. It's been slow going so far, but hopefully this is a sign of a little change.
With the fish returned, I bid farewell to Ash and Lewis as they were going to stay to try and catch a few more. My plan was to get back to my flat, get on a line bike and hit some local park lakes. Right, first up, we need to get some bread. So let's go to the corner shop. Morning. I'm going now. So when I see you later, I'll let you know how I get on. Hopefully catch a few. But I'll let you know how I get on. See you later, guys.
Okay, there we go. Bread secured. Bright sunny day. Can't go fishing in London without bread on a day like today. Let's go on a line bike, head off to a park lake, try and catch a few carp.
Oh, this is the broken one. Great. The broken line bike was substituted for a red Boris bike instead, and I was soon loaded up and off across London to hit up some of the local park lakes. With the bike parked up, it was time to get fishing. I knew this lake held a decent number of fish with a few bigger ones thrown in, but the plan was to quickly nick a bite before getting back on the bike and heading off again. I found a group of fish in the corner of a bay, and I knew it'd only be a matter of time until I caught one. There we go, a few fish mooching around on the end of this wind, little shallow bay. I really didn't want to take anything for a while, but eventually I managed to nick one. Come on mate, here you come. Ooh. Fish in the net. Oh.
Well then, things are finally starting to turn around. The slow first couple of days, our bit of Park Lake bread bomb in and out business. And here we go, here's another one. Dumpy little one. Interesting shape and colour and everything for a London common, but yeah, well happy with that. Nice little bit of action. I've got a couple more places to go today, so slipping back, get on the move again, like I said. We're going to be bopping all over the place, just trying to nick a bite here and there. That's exactly what we've done here. Happy days. Cheers, mate.
I was soon back on the bike and off again, cycling a couple of miles to my next location. However, on parking the bike, I noticed that something terrible had happened. Can you believe I've been driving around with that sticker of Nottingham Forest on my bike? That is a disgrace. I'm sure a lot of you will know from the tattoo you've seen on my arm at times. I'm a big Derby County fan. The fact I've just driven a few miles on a Nottingham Forest stickered bike, yeah, it doesn't bode well for the session. So, yeah, not filling me with confidence after that. I wasn't going to let the worst football team in the history of the world throw me off, so I headed over to the park and went straight to a swim that I knew would do well for a couple of surface bites. I'm sure a lot of London carpers will know this swim. Quite a famous Park Lake swim. And you can catch a few carp. Nothing massive in here, but you can catch a few. You already see a few out there. See if you can get them taking anything off the top. He might take it now. There we go. Now that's a bite. Oh my god, he's gone absolutely mad, that one. What a bite that was. Jesus, I'm going to lose him underneath there, I think. Whoa. What a bite. What a run. My god. Come on. Christ knows what's under there. Oh, he's going to do me around that buoy now. Come on, get away from there. That's a nice one. And that is not what I was expecting to catch from here. But he's in the net. I'm buzzing with that. Come on, man. Get in there. I was expecting maybe a £5 common, not a solid mid-double mirror. That is a sick carp.
Well, check him out. I wasn't expecting that. I thought it was going to be a small common on the menu. Instead, we've got a very cool looking mirror. Sadly, I think that the fish have spooked from this area as well. I don't think we're going to catch anything better than this. So the plan is we'll slip this one back, get on the road, go somewhere new. And yeah, I'm very, very happy with what we caught for me because I was not expecting a carp as cool as this. With the fish returned, it was time to go exploring once more. I went to a few more venues, but I couldn't find any carp that looked catchable, so I decided to head off on my night mission for one final time. So, what had I been doing at night? Where could I go in London to try and catch something really impressive? As soon as I started planning this session, I knew where I wanted to go during the hours of darkness in this city that never sleeps. I've been fishing the canals across East London to try and catch a London canal carp. For me, these canal fish are right up there with the best type of carp to catch in the UK. With miles and miles of canals in London and only a few handfuls of carp, they really are a rare beast and not easy to catch. I'd spent every night fishing an area that I've been pre-baiting with the hopes of completing this dream of catching a elusive carp from the canals of the capital. It was certainly never going to be easy, but I couldn't move away from London without having caught one of these special fish. Sadly, so far my attempts have been fruitless, with not even a bream to report for my first 2 nights. I felt closer on the final night as I was fishing a new spot where I'd seen a few carp there during the week when I'd been cycling around, but when I woke the following morning to silent sirens, I made the decision that I was going to actively hunt the fish instead of waiting for them to come to me. I went off and bought some bread before letting the chase begin. I only had a few hours of the session left, so I was desperate to make it count. I did find a few carp after miles of cycling, but they were spooking off my bread.
There's a carp out there. A little bit upstream from fishing, but he does not look like he's moving. But I reckon he could be up for a bit of bread. I think he's trying to find it, you know. Come on, keep swimming. Keep swimming. Not interested in that either. I'd almost entirely given up hope until I came across a single carp eagerly taking flies off the surface of a gin-clear stretch of canal. This was the moment I'd been waiting for. Come on, mate. He's eating some sort of hatch, I think. Come on, go for that bread. Yes, we got him, I can't believe it. Oh my God. He's stopping now, going down there. Can't believe it. I've hooked a London Canal carp. Oh, and it's gone solid. No. Yeah, he's gone round here. I hope there's no one home. I feel bad stepping on these people's houses. Yeah, it might have come off. No! Oh no! Oh no, he's still on. Oh. Yes. Oh, come on. Oh, I'm so happy with that. Oh, nice.
Not exactly a textbook netting, but with all the miles of cycling I've done so far without any success, I completely forgot to set the landing net up. Oh well, the fish was landed and she was now ready for pictures. My first ever London Canal carp. I've been after one of these for a while, a London Canal carp. I know he's not massive, but honestly, that does not matter. Scraper double, caught off the surface in midsummer from a London canal. Can't quite believe I'm saying it. Honestly, I've lived here for 4 years and I'm about to move away, and there's no way I could have moved away without having caught a carp that I think is up there with one of the hardest to catch, London Canal carp. Absolutely buzzing with that. Such a cool fish as well. He's got no pec fins either side. I'm sure you can see this side, but this side as well, it's just got 2 little stumps. So who knows what's happened to it. But yeah, I am so happy. I'm not even complaining at the size of it. Look at him, dark, really cool. Lives probably one of 4 or 5 fish in a couple of mile stretch of canal, and I've caught him. Epic, so happy with that. Get in there, right. Let's take him back now. Well, that made it mission accomplished. I was so happy to have caught the main target of this video, a London Canal fish, and it really made for the perfect end, not just to the session, but my overall time in London. I've loved my time living here, and this is the perfect sign off. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.